Okay, I think we're live.
Yeah.
Can you?
Hello.
Okay. See, there's a delay. It's funny.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Well, I guess we have oh, we got 3 people watching. All right. Hey, 3 people.
Hello there.
Let's see. Everything's a delay. It's funny. I go to Zoom and it says 3 people. That's weird. I can't see anything in my can you see them in the side?
No, I don't see any side stuff at the moment. No, do you need to hit something for that?
Huh. It says 0 watching and then it shows 5 watching. Something's weird.
You've got an echo there, Rosette.
Oh, there. Okay, something's going on. How come we can't see the chat? Very. Oh, okay, 5 watching, but no one's saying anything. Is that what it is?
Do you hit the chat?
Yeah, because I see the chat, but no one's okay. It's fine. No, if no one wants to say anything.
Have you got the chat at the side? You can't see that, people. No,
Can you see people in there?
no, I can't see. It just says us
Let
two
me see.
participants.
Yeah, I think nobody's saying anything, so I'll just say hello, anyone out there. That's weird. We usually have people in there. Okay, so it's working. All right. Do you want to start bringing up? You want to do a share screen and we can start talking about some of the stuff?
Yeah.
Oh, there we have someone. Page Master from Judah Ferez. Right on, Page Master.
Hi there.
Hello, brother. It's very nice that you join us. We really appreciate you guys. We need to all stick together, so it's really nice when you guys show up. Really appreciate it.
So, what topic would you like to talk about first,
Um,
Rosette?
well, it's up to you. What would you like to go through? I definitely want to do the IRA stuff because I think people should.
Yeah. So we'll talk about the 33 coding and the IRAs. I'll just share screen at the moment and I'll pull some stuff up. It should.
Yep.
Yeah, screen. How do I do that again? Share. So you got me here?
Yep.
Right. So I've got some notes here. You can see me?
Yeah, we see
Right.
it's opening up.
Yeah. So the first story here. So I decided a number of weeks ago just to look. I know when we look at the 33 code and news stories, I basically see it every single day, as well as the same colours, codes, numbers, etc. I decided to look back on the IRA stuff, and here's the first one I pulled up. The first one I went to, I was successful. So here in 1971, bomb explodes in the post office tower, and the blast occurred at 04:30 on the 33rd floor. You see that, was it?
Oh, yeah, on the 33rd floor.
33rd floor.
Yeah.
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 So I decided I'll have a look at another few. Bear with me. And I just went down through them, and the same coding seems to be in here constantly. Bear with me.
Mm-hmm.
And again on this one, here's a Dublin and Monaghan, Ireland. 40 years ago, 1974. Here we have in your opening sentence. See it there?
Wait, there's a delay. Okay, go ahead.
40 years ago this month, bombs in Dublin and Monaghan in the Republic of Ireland killed 33 people. See it? Yeah?
Yep.
And again, Coleraine, 1973. So you see this one? Was it?
Yeah, I can't yet. There we go. Now I see it. There's a little delay. I'm trying to stay on the where the chat is too.
Yeah. So here we have the Korean IRA bomber. And if you look down here, it tells you the bomb spent. Sean McGlinchey spent 18 years, and we're aware of that. The 18 is the code for the 666, 3
Yeah,
times 6,
exactly.
18. And they also use the number 72 for that, as you're aware. 66 plus 6 is 72. You see them a lot. But when you go down here, there's a code in there again. See it? A further 33 people were injured in the attack, in which 2 car bombs exploded in the town.
Yeah. So are these different attacks, or is this the same?
No,
so
no.
they're different attacks with 33 people in each.
Yeah, these are all different attacks. And if I go back again, I'll take this one. This is in Omagh. Control C. Oh, right. Okay. I know what you're talking about there. The Dublin and Monaghan. Is that what you're saying? Different. Oh, sorry, that was a Korean one.
Yeah, just to see if it, so each one that you're bringing up are actually separate events that happen.
Yes, all separate events. Yeah.
Okay, I see. There were 73 and 71 and 74. Okay.
Yeah.
Each one of them had 33 people.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty shocking.
Yeah, 33 injured or 33 killed or this is different. This is one in Omagh. I actually drove past this the week after it happened. I was going out to Ireland surfing, and I drove past this and I seen all this. So here we have here. So this guy, Seamus Daly, charged with the 29 murders, and here we have it again. He faced a total of 33 charges. See that?
Yeah. Did you? Hey, so you drove by this too? You said a couple days after.
Yeah, a couple of days after.
Did you see any evidence of a bomb?
Yeah, the whole place was blown out. Yeah, I stopped. See the lights there. You can see the lights above the fire. I didn't realise I was driving. I was driving through the night to get to I was going surfing on the west coast of Ireland, and I stopped at the lights, and I realised I was right outside it. Yeah.
Oh wow!
Just a number of days after it.
So do you think they actually? So in this one, they were supposed to have a bombing. How did the bombing happen on this one? Was it outside of the building? Inside the building?
I think it was inside of the building.
So what did they say it was? What was the building? What was the
was it
significance of the building?
I'm not sure. I'm sure this one was a pub, a public house or something. It could be. Sure, it was a public house at the time. But
so yeah, I don't see any bodies there. Are there supposed to be bodies there?
No, I think it was inside, and this is them pulling the debris out. Yeah.
Because they could have just if it's it could be like an empty public house, like they emptied it, and staged it, and there's no body.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't know whether they've actually staged it.
And how sophisticated were they then compared to now? It seems like they're getting more and more sophisticated too.
Yeah.
With their staging.
So, and when you go back, there's I'll leave this Derry Law one. So if you look at the Manchester one in 1996, Control. You see that yet?
Not yet.
Right.
There's just a slight delay. Now I see it. Okay.
So you had the Manchester bomb in 1996. There's your 666996.
Yeah.
I get, and if we look down through the pictures, it tells you here about this one. The 3,300-pound bomb was the second biggest ever to explode in the mainland Britain. You see that? And it tells you down at the bottom in the text at the very bottom. Yep.
And then it said it was the 18-year anniversary or something. I said something 18
again,
above too.
Yeah, that's probably why they're doing it. The 666 again, the 18-year anniversary.
Yeah.
But I'm sure
3,300 pounds. Yeah.
3,300-pound bomb. And look at this. Look at this, Rosette. I mean, this was a massive bomb, right? The whole streets, offices, buildings. It was right in the city. See that? All the buildings everywhere. See it? Shot
Yeah.
the lot. Look at those buildings. All it was a huge thing. And look at this. No one died. See
And no
that?
one died?
Yep. No one died.
Yeah, right. So
Like
what happened is this area they wanted to
maybe
renovate.
redevelop or something. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Develop it. So they did this and they get insurance money.
Yeah.
Yeah, no one died. Give me a break.
Yeah.
No, and
Exactly.
how about injured? No one injured? I mean, that's a miracle.
It's saying here many were injured and buildings were severely damaged, but no one died.
Yeah, okay.
So, and I'm positive. I'm, I looked into this just a little further, just for some photographs, and some of the photographs looked very dodgy. I like today's terrorist events where the fake blood, like the really rich red-looking fake blood, and coming, yeah, it just didn't look correct.
Yeah.
So that's a bit dodgy, that one. So then I look at here's the one that went off in Harrods, the famous store in London, Harrods. Have you heard of that? It's just
Oh,
like,
Harrods.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I looked into this one.
What did they want to renovate Harrods too?
I put most probably, most probably. So
Yeah, Harrods is like super. Hey,
yeah,
Influence is with us. Harrods is
so
super. That's Dodi Fayed owned that, right?
yes,
And
yeah,
it's with Princess Di and
yeah,
yeah,
exactly. You said it, Princess Di. People aren't aware of that, but she was called Princess Di before she actually died.
yeah. And then Herod is for King Herod,
King Herod, yeah,
right? Is really
mhm,
Herod's is King Herod.
yeah. That was all so anyway, so here, can you see this one?
Yeah,
Yeah.
1983 Herod's bomb blast kills 6.
So 3 police officers and 3 members of the public have been killed. So there's your 33 there. See it? 3 police
Yeah.
officers, 3 members of the public. And take a look at the time the thing went off at. You see it there?
Where's the time?
I've,
Oh,
I've
down
done it.
there.
1330. There's no dots in between the
Oh, down
times.
there. Okay. Yeah.
You
Yep.
see it?
Mm-hmm.
1330.
Yep.
So you've got your 3 police officers and your 3 members of the public. That's what I think the code is 33 there and that 1330.
And
And
then the guy has the one
the
eye
one eye, see the
in the
one eye
picture.
symbolism? Yeah.
Yeah.
They always seem to like that one eye stuff. So then I think the other one I looked at was in 2001. There's many to look at. I've not had time.
So are these all IRA supposed? Like
Yes, yes,
that's what they say. Okay, just want to make
yep,
sure.
all of them.
Okay.
So here we look at this one, and car bomb in West London, car bomb in Connecticut, these are all IRA bombings. Right? Have you got this one up?
Not yet. Okay, it's up.
Yeah. So here we go. Dissident Irish Republicans are being blamed for the atrocity. And look at the time the warning call came in at.
Where's the warning call? At 23:33?
Yeah. See it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's so silly.
Yeah. And
It's
here's another one.
it's so funny. Yeah, any way they could get it in there.
Yeah. And here's a very interesting one. So,
Oh, how many people died in that one? So did
eh,
anyone in that one, or did they not say?
how many people died in this one? I don't think anybody died in that one. 40.
And it was a car bomb and no one died?
Yeah, debris caused cuts.
Not even the driver?
Yeah. Please say
So
it's
what?
fortunate they were.
He did it by remote control.
So look at is this the content? Here's the content here also down the side.
Oh, look at the guy there on the side. It says 2 others, James
James
McCormick,
McCormack,
33,
33. There
and
we go.
Robert
Yeah.
Holm, 22.
22. So there you are. The same old stuff as your 22 for your V symbolism and your 30,
Yeah.
same old stuff. So there's your 33, the 2 guys.
Yep. And then they have it on March 3rd, 2001. So you got your 333 there.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, and I found this very interesting also.
Yeah.
Yeah, this one. I showed you this before, but I can find this one. So here's the Derry Wall. It'll come up in a second with you.
Okay. Okay, now 40 years of free dairy wall.
So the Derry Wall is the most famous wall that's been painted throughout the Troubles. Throughout all the years, it's been painted many times, and it's the most famous wall in Ireland for the Troubles in Ireland. Now, look
Okay.
underneath it. The original handwritten slogan. Look exactly where this Derry Wall is. It's at the gable end of 33 Lecky Road.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, 33 Lecky Road. That's funny.
33 Lecky Road, and they're showing us it in 1969 as your 666 right in front of you.
Yep.
So, and if we
And
look through
lucky, like lucky, I could be
Lucky,
lucky
like
Lucifer,
Lucifer,
Lucky
yeah,
Road.
exactly. And if you look, there's lots of throughout the years. Are you getting this coming up as I click them?
I haven't seen you clicked on the next one.
Yeah, I've clicked on
Okay,
it.
now I see it.
So these are over the years, the wall.
Huh, that's an interesting picture. It has the police all bunched up there
Yeah,
on the side of it.
side of it. And then the next picture is the locals, obviously giving positive energy to this negative mural. You got that one?
Uh-huh.
And again, the police all up the side of it.
I don't see that yet.
Yeah.
So it looks like that's a vacant building.
Yeah, now it's just a wall. I'll show you down through the ages of it. So,
Okay.
and I'll show you. Wait till you see the very last one that's on it now. So, you get this one. It's just a wall standing on its own in the middle of a housing estate.
Not yet. Okay, there. Oh, what a trip.
Yeah,
What's
and
it
then
say in back of it? Smash H block?
yeah, H block is where. Remember, there was the IRA hunger strikers supposedly, and they put them in this block that was in the shape of an H, and they all went on strike and kind of stabbed herself to death. I think the famous one was a guy called Bobby Sands.
Oh, wow, okay.
Robert, obviously, 33, yeah, Bobby Sands.
Yeah,
Robert Sands.
yeah.
I was just thinking that when I said it there. So it goes all down through the ages, and I'm going to show you the last picture that's on it just now. And 2006, you got that one? No racism, no excuses.
Oh, now I see it.
And then is that a 666 swirl they've got there?
Yes, that's definitely the 666
Six swirl.
and the little swirl there. And then it
Yeah,
looks like it's, oh yeah, no races, no excuses. So there we go. Doing
yeah,
the Kalergi on us
yeah.
right there.
Everything's right in front.
Multiculturalism.
Yeah. So yeah,
Yeah.
I found that quite interesting with the IRA stuff.
Yeah, so what's up with the IRA today?
I'm not actually sure. I've not read this. That was probably the bogeyman at the time for us, the divide and conquer also, but in the UK, the big bogeyman. And I've not really heard much of it now. It's probably been overtaken by the Muslim Christian thing, eh? And they've put it to the side. However,
Yeah.
however, there's not much of it on the news, but there is a little still in the background, and I think when they talk about this Brexit that's going on at the moment, there's because it's Northern Ireland and Southern Ireland, there's going to be a border there now between both countries if the Brexit thing, whatever happens with that nonsense.
Yeah.
So that I think they're trying to bring in the divide and conquer in there also. I think they're actually trying to maybe stir up the troubles again, according to the news over the last year.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there's been little bits, snippets here and there coming on the news.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we know that so with the IRA, because we see the, their MO all over all the pictures, and the news stories and everything, that they're
Hmm.
definitely behind it. So there's either Masonic influence in the IRA at the top and
Yeah,
or Jews, right? Slash
yeah,
Jews somewhere
yeah,
in
yeah.
there. So is there a big Jewish presence in Ireland?
I'm unaware. I'm unaware of that. I couldn't
Yeah.
tell you. It
Because
was something to look into.
I mean, they could all just be, Masons and not knowing compartmentalized Masons,
Yeah,
just following their orders and stuff. Because I know up in Scotland, you have a ton of them.
yeah, yeah. It's big up here.
Yeah,
Although,
go ahead.
sorry, no. Although there's all I know that is the Blue Lodge, the kind of lower down lodge that you see in all the towns.
Uh-huh.
I don't really know anything about the hierarchy, like the 33rd degree and all that stuff in Scotland. I'm unaware.
Yeah,
I
because
do see.
even the Queen's supposed to be a member. She's supposed to be like the highest female Mason.
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
because royalty got taken over too. It used to be just European royalty, which was, tribe of Judah.
Judah
So for, yeah, Zerah or Phares, for them, actually it's Phares for um,
for Ireland.
them. But yeah, but it's a trip because I've been studying. I have a presentation I'm gonna upload tomorrow. I'm probably
Oh,
gonna
good.
put it out, and it was about Jesus's early years between when he's 12 years old to 30. So he was in Palestine till he was 12. Then he traveled to Britain with Joseph of Arimathea. God, I have a hard time saying that name. And he was in Glastonbury, uh,
Right.
pretty much in that area until he was 30, and then he went back. So
That's
and
interesting.
yeah, and Joseph was buried in Glastonbury, and so that they wouldn't rob his grave, steal his grave, steal him from his grave, they just put J.A. on his tombstone, and then they said that the guy in there, his name is John Allen instead of Joseph of Arimathea, so
Yeah,
that it wouldn't get dug up.
the face.
And the British Isles, so the whole UK is a very special place because Christ lived there. So they really, that's one reason I think that the Masons, the Jews and everything are so hot in taking over the UK and controlling every aspect of the UK because it's Christland, you
Aye.
know and because like Scotland is Scythland, the
Yep.
Scythians, and the
Yep.
Scythians are one of the tribes,
Tribes.
yeah, of Judah actually. So um yeah, anyway, so I just see why they're so intent on doing it too. And then also because it's Ephraim, right? Ephraim is the tribe. The UK is the tribe of Ephraim as a whole, and they're the ones that are supposed to rule and go out and um colonize all over the world and stuff, which they did.
Yeah.
So they want to control Ephraim.
It's interesting you said the Glastonbury thing. Are you aware that the biggest uh, open air concert weekend in the UK is Glastonbury?
Glastonbury's the what?
It's you know how through the summer period you have the music festivals.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Well, the biggest music festival in the UK,
It's the biggest one?
yes, Glastonbury.
Oh, what a trip.
It's the biggest festival in the UK, obviously, and that's idol worship down there. Everybody worship, throwing these people on the stage where everybody's worshipping them. So it's quite interesting you said that with the Glastonbury thing.
Yeah, so they do that so that they would do it in the most holy
The
place,
most
or
place,
one of the
yeah.
most holy places in the UK, right?
Yeah, so that sounds, yeah, because what you
Yeah,
said there, right,
it's
one of the most holy places, so they're taking over the idol worship ceremonies.
yeah, and then the Glastonbury Abbey, they destroyed it, right? And
Right.
where Glastonbury Abbey, that's where Joseph of Arimathea was buried. And when the church started getting older, they put this metal dome over the church, like to protect it. They built a
Right.
dome. Yeah, and it's called a Domus Dei. So what does Domus Dei sound like? Domus Dei.
Domus Day.
Uh-huh. What's that sound
What?
like?
Doomsday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Doomsday.
Doomsday.
So
Right.
there's some more inverting,
Doomsday.
So they use
Yeah.
doomsday
Doomsday.
everywhere,
Right. Yeah.
right?
I've just clicked there when you said I was just trying to. Yeah. Doomsday. Yeah.
Yeah, because what
Yeah.
does Domus Dei mean? It means God's house.
Yeah. But
His house, his holy site, and then so they make everything, everywhere they can invert, they invert. That's like when you and I were talking about like the Talmud. That's why I
yeah.
do believe there's 66 books. I don't care what they say officially. There's
Yeah.
66 books.
Because of the
Guaranteed.
66 books of the Bible.
Yeah, exactly. And
Yeah.
they mirror everything. So
Yeah.
yeah. So Mike M says, "Can you borrow your accent, Sean?"
Yeah. If you want, yeah, you can buy.
I love that we get to interact, with
yeah.
people all over the world, all of us, and everyone has different accents. It's like the coolest thing. It's my favorite thing, listening to everyone's different
Look at
accents.
this. Do you want to know something? Do you see the side of my screen here?
Uh-huh.
Something I see since I've been starting to look into lots of stuff. I'm getting all these rude notifications coming in the side of my screen the past few days, and I'm like, and it just keeps. There's something like 20 or 30 come at the one time.
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
or they keep hammering, and I don't know how it's coming. It seems to be Google notifications. They just keep throwing them at me, and I'm not sure
Wow. Do you
because it's
think
stuff I'm looking
you
into.
must have hit something that like triggered it, like accidentally maybe like went somewhere to like an ad or something?
No, I don't. I'm not sure. Honestly, I'm being honest. No, I don't know. It keeps coming up and there's some rude stuff in it, and I'm like, it just keeps flinging stuff. Maybe I'm just been a bit paranoid, but
I don't know because it's funny. I won't even do a search. Like say there's something I want to buy, okay? Like we bought a couch recently
yeah,
and I didn't do a search for couches. I knew where I was going to go get my couch. And
yeah,
then there'll be like ads for couches,
and it
you
just go,
know?
yeah,
It'll
yeah,
be I'll have stuff like that. Like that one didn't happen, but I'm just giving an example
yeah,
of in the
exactly.
past. Yeah, that I would just talk about something and I wouldn't do a search for it and then it's there.
Yeah, just I
So
wondering if
it's like they listen to everything and give us ads, uh,
yeah,
towards us, whatever. So they must know, you're a guy over there on your computer, and they think, this stuff. Maybe they can get you to click on that
yeah,
stuff,
click on it,
like try and tempt you or something.
yeah,
That's you know, that's what it seems like.
yeah. So I was going to I was going to show you some stuff I was looking at with regard to all the stabbings and that over the Christmas
Yeah,
period.
let's do that. Yeah,
Yeah.
let's go through that stuff.
So if I close this one down, uh, where am I? So, in fact, here's one that just came up the other day, right? We'll go into that. I'll just show you this one. You got that one? Was that?
I don't see it yet. Okay, now I see it. Waltham Forest stabbing. Jaden Moody, murder, police find car.
Seemingly, this little boy at 14-year-old was mowed down on his moped, and then three guys or something went out and stabbed him to death, which I find highly unlikely. But
Yeah. Where did this happen? Where's this supposedly?
in the usual place, London. It's either London or
Oh, okay.
Manchester, isn't it? They
Yeah.
always,
So we got all your stabbings over there, right?
yeah,
You guys
yeah,
and all your false stabbings.
You know, you guys are getting all the false shootings, we're getting all the stabbings because they
Yeah.
take the
'Cause
guns away from us.
yeah, exactly.
So they've got this little boy, you can see straight from the pictures, they're aware the orange for the 33
Yep.
and the black and white at the bottom of his coat for the Freemasonic floor.
Yep.
Yeah. And when you go down, the next picture, as we're aware, when you get the orange, you always get the purple. See it?
In the next picture?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't see the next one yet.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're on the next picture with the guy.
Yeah, they get the purple car and the guy with the purple gloves and the light.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they love purple and they love orange. Like I remember in the nightclub shooting in Florida. Remember that?
Yeah, yeah,
That was the first time I saw a ton of purple and orange at night. You know, it's like
yeah,
you never see like purple lights, and they had it. It was all lit. Everything was purple and orange.
yeah. They use it constantly. I find it every day in the stories.
Yeah, that's definitely their colors.
Obviously, got the brickwork here also behind the guy.
Yep, the brickwork. Yep.
I like to put the masonry brickwork in. So
I'm translating for the Americans.
right, okay.
The brickwork.
The brickwork.
No, just for people that can't get your accent.
Yeah.
You sound good. I'm just teasing.
No, no, it's good. I quite like it. It's good. Keep it up.
Okay.
So I haven't really looked into this any of any depth. I've just seen it. Just happened the other day, and I don't think they've actually found anybody for it yet. So I've not looked into it. But so we'll look at this one here. You got this one up?
Not yet.
Yeah,
Is this what going to be London too?
no, this is just outside London. It's Surrey. It's
Okay.
on towards a train going to
Okay.
London.
Surrey train stabbing murder accused appears in court.
So this is the guy who done the murder. Yeah, a Darren, which we're aware in numerology is 33.
Oh, really?
Yeah, yeah,
I'm
that's
so surprised.
yeah. And Pensile again is 33 in numerology.
Oh, how funny.
Yeah, so that
Well,
one's
then they got their 66 in that one, so that one's
yeah.
extra special.
They've got their 66.
Yeah.
And he's stabbed 9 times. 9 being is where the devil's number also.
And he's
So
stabbed. It's funny because pencil, I think of like a
yeah,
little pencil. So you're
yeah,
thinking of him stabbed with a pencil.
yeah, exactly.
You
Like
know?
Joe Pesci.
Yeah.
So what? There's something else I want to talk to about this one here. Yeah, so this is a guy, Lee Pomeroy. Yeah, so I don't think there's much else I know about this, but to be perfectly honest with you, unless I can pull something up in here. I'm just trying to think what I wrote for that. Yeah, I know about this one. So the main person they spoke to about this, who was all over the news, was a neighbour who was called Grant Christie. Christ, Christy. So there you had the Christ in there again. He was the main guy who was on the news when I watched it.
Yeah. So we should tell everybody that in a majority of these stories, Sean's finding Christ in it. Somehow they have Christ coded in it. Because why do they have Christ in it? Because they want to kill Christ, So it's like it's a Masonic ritual, like, a mock killing ritual,
Mm-hmm.
and they're all about killing Christ. So they put that in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Finding him in all of them. So yeah, that was the main one. I taught the Christ figure in there. So then this is a good one here. I think I sent you some stuff on this, some pictures on this the other day. So I just like to say that all this stuff happened within a few days of each other in the news.
So this is all over the Christmas holiday?
Yeah, all of the Christmas New Year period. So here's we've spoke about this before. Most of these big events and the smaller events, they happen in London and Manchester, like the IRA bombing in Manchester, Ariana Grande concert in Manchester or London. They just seem to go between. So
Yeah.
they must be the main two big Masonic police forces there who are doing all these psyops, who are fully trained to carry them out. So this
Yeah.
one, as we spoke about before, we always seem to find the man and the sun coding in a lot of these too. They always use like the Mandalay Bay in the, what do you call it, in Las Vegas.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you had your Stone Man Douglas, and the main guy in charge of school was called Tai Sun. They always seem to go together, man and sun and man and sun. You see that throughout a lot of these same stories. So in Manchester, Victoria Station here, saying here 3 people, including a police officer, were stabbed. Now, with this one, we spoke about this. So the BBC 5 live producer, Sam Clack, see that?
Sam Clark.
Is it Clack? CLAC?
Oh, Clack. Okay, I see it now. Uh-huh.
So, which is a coincidence, yeah. A BBC 5 live producer was supposedly seen this happening.
Yeah.
And
then
we know, sorry, on you go.
Oh, just that the BBC too, that's 223. So you got your inverted 322, which is
Yeah.
your skull and bones, which is the Saturn death cult. And then Sam is they use Sam for Sam Hain, like
Yeah.
Sons of Sam Hain, with Son of Sam. It wasn't.
Yeah, the Son of Sam doesn't.
Yeah, it actually stood for Sons of Sam Hain. It wasn't about the father of one of the kids, that and they killed the dog or whatever. It's
Yeah, nonsense.
they were all Satanists, and there were Sons of Sam Hain, so they like using Sam too.
Yeah, and as we're aware, the Sam equals 33, S being the 19th letter, A the first, and M being the 13th.
Yeah.
Yeah, in the numerology. So this BBC Live producer, Sam Clack, was supposed to have seen this, yeah, 33 Clack. And I believe they were looking for the suspect in a place called Cheetham. Cheetham Hill. So that they're cheating us.
Yes, Cheetham.
Yeah,
Cheat us. Yeah.
Cheetham Hill. So I'm going to show you something else in regard to this. I think we spoke about it. If I can find it. Some pictures. I'll just wait till it comes up. Your end. You got it?
Yeah.
So I looked through one or two reports on it, and I came to one report which had a gallery of 16 pictures, just basically depicting the whole story, what went on in this story. And out of over a third of the pictures, 5 out of the 16 were pictured of the single Nike shoe, as per usual.
Yeah.
Nike, the goddess of victory.
So so this happened in the UK over the holidays, and someone got stabbed or something supposedly, or what happened in this one?
This is the same story we're talking about, the Sam Clack.
Oh, it's the same one. Okay.
The same guy that's stabbing outside of Manchester. This is the same story.
Okay.
This is the exact same.
So yeah, you got your Nike, which is the victory, which is 22, right? The V.
Yeah.
So the shoe's 22, and then the you have another shot that shows the police tape on the ground, and we know that police is 33.
33.
So you have your 22 and your 33 there.
And if you look at the tape's also purple. The police see it. The writing on the tape.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah.
The tape's purple as usual.
Yeah.
It actually reminds me of with the purple there in the Nike shoe. Do you remember the one in America? Was it the Heaven's Gate?
Yeah, the Heaven's Gate.
all the people were laying they were laying with purple cloths over them and Nike shoes protruding out the bottom of the cloth.
Yeah, purple. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. My goodness.
Yeah,
Yeah, so the Heaven's Gate thing, I mean, that's another thing, another psyop, right? And that was from a while ago. I think wasn't that from the 90s or something, I think.
yeah,
The
that was
Heaven's
years
Gate
ago.
thing, right?
I mean, you look into that, they describe the cloth 3 foot by 3 foot.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's so funny. And then
Yeah,
notice that it's the left shoe
yeah. So,
too,
oh,
because
good
everything's
spot.
about
Was it
the left,
good
left-hand
spot? I never
path,
noticed that. Yeah,
Lucifer.
great spot. Yeah,
And then
yeah.
just so people know, like why they use people that are saying that the Bible is like a Masonic book or whatever, or used by the controllers or whatever, but it's really funny because they look at the Bible, they hold it, they know it's true, and that's why they do everything the opposite of it. So like the Genesis 3:22 is why they use that for skull and bones, the
Skull and Bones.
3:22,
Yeah.
and why they put it all up here. All the time they
Mhm.
use the 22 and the 33, combinations because of Genesis 3:22. And
Yeah.
it says, "And the Lord God said, Behold, the man is become as one of us to know good and evil." So they want to be like gods,
Yeah.
so they
Yeah.
use that quote to say that, yeah, we have become as gods,
We've
so
become
we're
our
like
own
mini
gods.
gods. Yeah. So that's why they show that stuff all the time. So they show the victory, like they're winning, they're going to take over the world or
Yeah.
whatever. And then they also use the 33 all the time too. What's the biggest significance of the 33? The biggest?
Well, they killed Jesus Christ at 33 years
Exactly. Yeah, that's the biggest significance. So if people
old.
think there's no Christ, I mean, really, the Masons know there was a Christ. That's why they use 33, because they're
Yeah.
proud that they killed Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
And that's why they use 33 everywhere. So 33 is part of the ritual. They put Christ in everything in all the coatings, and they put
Mhm.
33 in all the coatings. It's all religious,
Yeah.
So
I've read that a bit.
so people that think that there's nothing to the Bible, there's nothing to Christ, it's all psyops. Really? I mean, they
Yeah.
believe it, you know? I mean,
Yeah.
everything led me to believing in Christ because of all this stuff, because you could see that they know, you
Yeah.
know,
I'm the
truth.
same. I never looked at. I was similar to you. I was brought up a Catholic, and I despised going to church and nothing to do it. And over the years of searching all the topics, and the Bible was one of the last books I looked at, and it was just overwhelming when you actually look at the Bible and what's going on. It's just it's
Yeah.
yeah, it's overwhelming.
I think a lot of people are either ignorant, like they've never
Yeah.
looked at the Bible and saw the relevance, or they just go with mainstream churchianity. They're like Judeo Christians and they get
Mhm.
brainwashed by their church and they don't look any farther,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
people that act, or they could be like pagans and stuff that just want to be free, that don't want any rules put on them. That's how I see it. They just want to be
Mhm.
able to, what's that? That's do as thou will, right?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah. Do
Aleister
whatever you want.
Crowley.
Yeah.
No restrictions, no rules, just do whatever you
Do
want.
what you like.
But the rules, it's funny because if people just understand, if you just look at the rules in place, that Yahweh put in place for us, it's for our benefit. It's for
Mhm.
our happiness. It's for us to have a peaceful, happy, wonderful life. It's not a
Yeah.
bad thing.
No,
You know,
exactly.
yeah,
People just they just need to look at it, and it's there. It's in your face.
yeah, and it's so simple too. We don't have to do stuff like the Muslims. So you don't have to like go on a prayer rug and pray at this time and go on your knees, and make sure you're facing, the Kaaba stone or whatever, and do all that stuff. You don't have to do anything, like Christ, he didn't even want us to have churches. Churches
Yeah.
is just when you get people together, when you have a group of people together, and,
hmm
and then you talk about Christ, but you don't have to be in a church, that's why like Roman Catholic, that whole thing, Catholicism, it doesn't make any sense because, they have there, it's like Antichrist where they have
Yeah.
all the wealth of the world and all these starving people. If they're
Yeah.
really pro Christ, they would give all that wealth to the people. That's how I see
Exactly.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay, that
Exactly.
was my rant. I'm done.
No, not at all. It's all good stuff. It's all relevant. It's absolutely all relevant.
Yeah.
Yeah. The
Yeah, I just
Bible's a
want people to
fantastic
understand
book.
that with when we do the decoding, that
Yeah.
they do all this stuff. There's a reason behind it. Because like people like
Absolutely.
yeah, people like Russian vids, he would just show like the 33, here's the orange, here's the 33. But that's all he would do. And
hmm
he would never talk about who's behind it, which is the Jews. He would
Yeah.
never talk about it because he is one, right?
Yeah.
Because then they exposed him. He's a Russian Jew,
Yeah.
But but
They give
so
you that good bit of information, but they keep you locked in the box. However,
yeah,
I listened to some of his stuff recently, and he started to talk about the Masons and the Jews a little now, actually, just just a
he did.
little. Yeah, yeah. I noticed it the other day.
But that's what a lot of them will do. They'll talk about the Masons,
Maybe
but
it's because that seems to be becoming relevant now, and it's in of it, so they need to mention that.
yeah, but
Maybe that's it.
even talking about the Masons though doesn't get you there
Of
because
course.
you have to
Yes.
get to there, and there is the Jews.
hmm
You know, it's
Exactly.
it's not it's not just the Masons, and a lot of Masons are don't even know they're duped. They're compartmentalized. They don't even know what they're doing. They're just useful idiots. Sorry to say, but it's true. We're all useful idiots until we wake up. I was a useful idiot. Everyone's a useful
Yeah.
idiot, you know,
Yeah.
until we wake up. And then you have like people like Eric John Phelps, that pushes the Jesuit meme,
Yeah.
right? He
The
says the
juice.
Jesuits run the world. It's the Jesuits. It's not the Jews. It's like, really?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, who controls all the banks? The Jesuits? No. Who controls the media? The Jesuits?
Well,
No. The
whilst we're,
government? No.
yeah, whilst we're talking about the banks, just before we go, you spoke about Skull and Bones 322.
Yeah.
Did you, was it recently? Was it George H.W. Bush? Is that the father? Is that his name? Is
Yeah,
that right?
or H is the father, W is the son. Yep.
George H. Bush. Did you not see the news report on him? And it was all about the plane that landed with his coffin. And the plane, they emphasised how the plane landed at 3:22. It was all over the news.
Oh, funny. I didn't see that, but yeah, definitely. Because
All over the news, everywhere. It was
yeah,
the whole thing. 3:22.
there's a picture with him. I think it's either him or I think it's Bush Senior. There's a Skull and Bones picture with him when he was a bonesman when he was younger. And they have a picture of it. And they're all sitting there posing for their formal picture, and then the two guys in the front both have their legs crossed,
Yeah,
and that's for the double cross. It's
yeah,
like the double-headed Janus. It's like
yeah,
the white pope and the black pope, the front face, the public face, and the secret face, and all that stuff. Yeah, they're full on bonesmen. And
yeah,
bonesmen, of course, skull and bones. It's all death cult. It's all Saturn death cult. And what are the Jews? The Jews they're the Satanists. They're
Satanist.
the ones. They're all, and the Masons are all behind chaos, right?
Mm-hmm.
Chaos and destruction. They're death. They're Antichrist. They're death. So the opposite of them is us, Christ, life, children of the day,
Yeah,
peace, order. That's us,
mm-hmm.
you
Yeah.
know?
And they're black and white, dark.
Yep.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
we're color. We're color.
yeah,
We're the rainbow. But then
yeah.
look at they usurp the rainbow. They usurp everything. They use that for the LGBTQ.
Oh,
They take the rainbow.
don't get me started on transgenders.
we should do one on transgenders because
Oh,
yeah.
well, but they'll be on for 24 hours if you get me started at transgenders.
Yeah, maybe we should just do one like do our next one. We could do one on transgender so people.
Oh, people really need to see it. It's just
Yeah,
it's
I
as
mean,
big as flat Earth. It's outrageous.
Yeah, because I know they get a, like they watch Mr. E Transpocalypse now,
Yeah,
that guy, and he's really good at it.
he's very good. Yeah,
But then we got the extra level, like all the stuff with the names, like decoding and
yeah,
stuff like that. How you could see in the symbolism and the names,
yeah.
that shows who they really are too.
There was a funny one. I was driving to work the other day, and the colleague who a car share going to work, he's basically telling me his bubble's getting smaller and smaller. He's starting to listen to me. So we're driving to work the other day, and he said to me, "Sean, you'd have loved this TV program last night. It was I like I like my outdoors in the forest, my bushcraft." He said it was about this guy. It's a brand new series. He goes about and visits people who are living in the wild.
Uh-huh.
He said you'd have loved this lady last night. She was beautiful. She's living in the wild. And I said, "Was that okay?" So I says, "What's her name?" And then the penny dropped, and he was too scared to say her name. And I said, "Please tell me what's her name." And he said, "Her first name's Miriam." That's Moses' sister in it, Hebrew biblical name, Miriam. And
Miriam, he said.
yeah,
Miriam.
Miriam was her first name, but
Okay.
but her second name was Lance Wood, Lance, Lance, the guy's name,
Uh-huh.
and Wood, Wood,
Oh
Lance
my
Wood.
gosh.
So it was about a woman who lives in the forest with her bow and arrow, hunting beasts and surviving in somewhere in Europe. And I,
Yeah.
and, I, and I was like, Miriam Lancewood, are you kidding me on? They're telling you in their name. It's
That it's a
Lance.
dude.
It's a dude who's living in the woods. And he
Yeah.
just nearly stopped the van. And I'm like, hold on a second. And I pulled my phone out and I just Googled her and I pulled up like the first 6 pictures and it's a man.
Yeah. Do you want to show
Huge.
us? Do you want to show?
Yeah,
Can you
I'll
show
see if
us
I can,
it?
I'll sure can bring it up. It's
Yeah.
outrageous. And
Yeah,
it's,
that's funny. So yeah, so Miriam, um, isn't that's the name, that's what they call Mary in the Talmud. They call her
yeah,
Miriam
Miriam, that's right.
too. So that's some more mockery, right? Because then they
Yeah,
make it a dude and they're using Mary's name. And then yeah, Lance Wood. So Lance would be,
the
like
guy's
Lance.
name.
Yeah, and it would also be like wood, so like having,
Yeah,
wood, it'd be like
yeah, having wood,
think
yeah,
of
yeah,
a
the penis, yeah,
penis. Yeah,
yeah.
exactly.
Wait till you see this person. Wait, and I'll show you some good photos of her. See her?
No, I don't see it yet, but I'm
Wait, you see
I'm
the man's
laughing because I
jaw?
know. Wait, not yet. It just you clicked on images. Okay.
It's a man.
Oh my
And I'm like,
God.
can you guys not see this? Look at the jaw.
Yeah.
And
Like
she's
in that
got,
one picture with the pink, she has a pink tank top on. You could see how
yeah,
wide her shoulders are there
shoulders and a
compared to her.
massive head. And
Yeah.
look up here. She's and there's some. She is a man.
Yeah, definitely. And they like to do the Archer stuff too,
Yeah,
because the Archer is Arthur, and Arthur is the constellation at the North Pole, right? The one
yeah, yeah.
Polaris, the one immovable star in our night sky. And so Arthur is synonymous with Jesus. So they love
Yeah.
to use the Archer there too. So they have basically a Baphomet, right? Because she's really a dude, but as a female with it as an archer, right? So it's all symbolic there that she's representing Christ, a Baphomet.
Yeah.
So she would basically be Lucifer because she would be the inversion of Christ.
Exactly.
And
Yeah.
they make sure you think that because they put Miriam in there for Mary, so they want you to know that there's a biblical symbolism here.
But also with the name Miriam, there was a TV program on the television. I don't know if it's about 10 or so years ago, and it was called Something About Miriam, i.e., like the Cameron Diaz movie.
Uh-huh.
Something About Miriam, and it was like a reality TV show, and it was this girl, supposed girl, who was trying to attract like 10 guys, and they were to try and put some lines on her and, try to chat her up and see who would win her. So they're all going on dates with her. And then what happened is they found out at the end of the program, she was a transgender.
Oh my gosh.
See,
Oh, so they let people know she was a
yeah,
transgender?
yeah, this was
Oh,
about 10 years. It was called There's Something About Miriam. And I'm like,
oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
that,
Yeah, and they did that
that
on
was a,
Survivor too, right? They had that transgender and they had someone call them out.
yeah, that's right. So they did, yeah.
Yeah, because they need to get all that in our face. It's funny with all the transgender stuff because the population of transgenders is really small. Like last time I checked, it was like 3 years ago now, I think, but it was 0.33%.
Yeah, but do they,
It was a third of 1%, which is your 33. you know
yeah,
so it's really small, so we see a lot, but everyone we see, it's all the people that are
that,
in these
that
Luciferian
33 point,
families.
yeah,
Yeah, but they're trying to push it on all the rest of us, like with the bathrooms and stuff like that, having to share the bathrooms and the showers and on all the TV shows and everything.
yeah, it's getting out of hand now. Do you see this picture of her blowing on the fire, the big man's jaw?
Yeah, definitely, and the arm, I mean the whole thing. Yeah,
I think she
totally
looks about
obvious.
7 foot tall. So, yes, I just sorry, sorry, I kind of moved the conversation onto transgenders there, but I thought it was.
No, that's really interesting.
I was going to say something. I've lost my track actually.
Oh, and see, she's with that guy. So I remember seeing. Actually, I saw the video. See, if you scroll down, she's that guy's her. They
Yeah, the
lived
older
out in
fella.
Aus. Yeah, they lived out
Yeah,
in Australia, right? And like
yeah,
out in the woods or something. I remember seeing a video on that. That's right. So that's another thing they're pushing here is the
the
age
younger
gap.
age
Yeah,
gap.
the
Yeah,
older with the younger too. So they want to push all boundaries.
yeah,
So anyone can be with anybody.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's disgusting.
Yeah.
And they show it. This is a new series that's just on the TV. So they've obviously shown it the very first series. They do all the promotion for this new series, and everybody sits and watch it. In the very first series, they've got the transgender on it.
Oh, and they have a transgender on it, like that's
No,
public.
no. I'm saying this lady here, obviously,
Oh
this
yeah,
man
yeah,
here.
that lady. Yeah,
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 they push the very.
yeah. Definitely everywhere that they can push them for sure.
Yeah. So yeah, I was going through the. Sorry, I digressed a bit there. I was going through the sorry the stabbings over the Christmas period. So if we go back to this one here, if I can get it.
Cindy made a comment here. I'll just read real quick.
Yeah, yeah,
She was saying that let me grab it again. Transgender reminds me of all the so-called transformer explosion. Transformers trying to connect the dots. Totally, like Transformers, even just the movie, with the cars and stuff
yeah,
that
yeah,
change into robots. Everything's about transforming. They want everyone to think that we don't have to be in our body as it is. Everything's about transforming. Because God made us all perfect, how we're supposed to be. We're not supposed to change our genders or anything about us. We're supposed to just live as we are naturally, and so that's a big part too. Is with the
hmm
transformers, like change sex, or then later with the enhancements, like the whatever, the metal stuff, and all the different things they want to do to us, like to upgrade us in quotes.
or the transhumanism.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you see a lot of that in the. What, I look at the music industry a lot. As you're aware, you see that in a lot of the music industry. Album covers like Lady Gaga, she's like a half motorbike, or Christina Aguilera, half her face is like a robot, half her face is human. Yeah, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, and Beyonce did one too, where she's
Yeah,
like a bike, a motorcycle.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
definitely.
So, do you see this other one that's come up over the Christmas here? Have we got that this
Yeah,
chat? And it's quite strange that we're talking about the transgender because this is a transgender also. If you look at the photograph,
yeah, definitely.
yeah,
I mean, that one's so obvious.
it's too obvious. I actually googled this person and all the pictures are too obvious. Yeah,
So she has her diamonds on.
yeah,
right?
Yeah,
For 33 and Lucifer, and then it says she's 33 years old.
yeah, yeah. Charlotte Huggins. What else? So, yeah, and she'll appear in. This is maybe stretching it a bit, like Camberwell Green Magistrates Court, CG's 33 there. I could be stretching that a bit. Yeah,
And where at the Camberwell Green?
yeah, I could be stretching that a bit. But it's definitely,
Maybe. But I mean, they put it in wherever they can. So if they don't
yeah.
have a handy place, they'll do it in that, you know?
Hmm.
They'll find a location that has a 33, or, you know, where, because it's all about Aleister Crowley, right? Is one of his laws. I don't have it written down here, so I'm just trying to go off the top of my head. But it's all about creative ways to worship Lucifer, basically. So
Yeah,
any way you can get in, the 33, or like the diamonds, or anything to praise him, basically, like creative ways to praise him. Like, people think Michael Jackson was a good guy, but what did Michael Jackson do? He did the moonwalk, right?
the
Which is
moonwalk
walking
backwards.
backwards, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Walking backwards right there, right? It's the law of reversal. That's Aleister Crowley shit right there. And it was the moonwalk, it was called, right?
yeah.
Because they
The
worship the moon.
moon, the worship of the
Yeah.
moon, the feminists,
And
Luciferians.
even like the black hole sun is eclipsing the sun. So the black hole sun is all about the moon too, eclipsing the sun. So,
Yeah,
when people say like they worship the sun, they don't worship the sun. They might pretend like they do, but they don't. They're all moon worshipers, because the moon comes
yeah,
out at night. They're all about the moon and Venus, and the sun is symbolic of Jesus, because
yeah.
he's the light, bright, of the day, illuminated. So then they have
Hmm.
their own illumination, their inverse.
Yeah, they also use, is it the sunflower as a symbol for the black hole sun, don't they?
Yeah, they'll do
Using
that
it, I've seen
too.
that on a few of the events, or the fake stories. The sunflowers all there. It's the
Yeah.
same. Yeah, I think
And
you
then
see
they
that.
And then they do the white rose, or they have the white poppy now too, right? We saw stuff with
Yeah,
the
we
white
saw that.
poppy.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah, because the red rose is representative of Christ too,
yeah.
red blooded, and then white would be like the Masonic black and white is for Lucifer. And they had like that campaign, right, where the Hollywood actors, they were all wearing white
That's
roses
right.
to like some events.
And at the
Um,
yeah, and I think that at the same time they brought out or just after they brought out the white poppy, as you said.
Yeah, yep. And so the white poppy. So that's really for Lucifer. They say it's like for peace or something. They always find like a positive, like a little message, like you go, "Oh, I want to be a part of that." So they get everyone to wear them and stuff, but it's really, a symbol for Lucifer. Just like the peace sign. They got everyone to wear the peace sign, right? And
Yeah,
what's the peace sign?
the runic cross,
It's the death rune.
the
Yeah,
devil, the
it's a
death rune.
broken cross, or
Yeah,
you could say it's the death rune. It's the bottom of the tree of Yggdrasil. So
hmm,
it's instead of the tree of life, it's the tree of death. So
hmm.
instead of a peace sign, it's really saying, I love death. Let's kill people. Wear this symbol. You know?
Yeah. It's, people need to wake up.
Yeah.
Right, I'll go on to the next one. This murder. I'll go down through these quickly if I can. So, oh, so again at the same time, this one comes up. This is just a two charged with murder of man at Liverpool flat, 7th of January. So, a Michael McConville. Obviously, they've got the MM for 33. Once you see it in the con, we'll talk about the con later with the lottery.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Conning us.
So you're Michael McConville, con,
Yep.
and
33 con.
yeah, and Lindsay Wilson, who's 33-year-old. L's 3 as we're aware, and the W1 click is a 3.
Yep.
So these guys are charged with this Liverpool, this con actually, right? I'll
Yep,
go on to
definitely.
the next one. So control. Sorry, I'm just speaking aloud here. And the next one that comes up is a girl called June Jones, JJ, and her ex-boyfriend Michael Foran is in court over the murder. Now, as we're both aware, Michael is a 33 name.
Yeah. And then they also like to do alliteration with that's part of their thing too. You know, June Jones. In other
Yes.
ones too. I mean, I don't have any
Well,
handy to look, but
the same initials, first initial. I suppose June 6th month also. I'm just trying to look at that deeper. So this Miss Jones, she was a magic age again, 33-year-old.
yeah.
Yeah. See that? Right, I'll go on to the next one.
Yeah.
So here's a shooting in the town of Reading. 3 people held, been shot in the legs. 3 people got shot. Sorry, 3 held after a man shot in the legs. There we go. A 33-year-old man was approached by 2 men and shot twice in the legs.
Yeah.
There we go.
Funny. And then they did that one's on 15 December.
Yeah, 15, the tarot card, the devil tarot card.
Yeah.
Right, and you see the little diamond up the top of the house there in the corner.
Yeah, and the brickwork.
The brickwork, yeah. Right, and the next one. I mean, these, I know I keep saying it, but these were all in the news within a couple of days of each other. All these stories.
Yeah, you think they probably flooded, over Christmas time, because it's all about, everything is about, the war between Lucifer and Christ. It is.
Yeah.
So they're flooding it at the time of year when we should be thinking about, Christ, family, stuff like that. So they got to have a lot of extra rituals.
Yeah, it's just
December.
So here's the other one. Although this story was, I believe, it says here, killers still at large 1 year on. So this guy got killed. If you look at this, it says here, look at can you see the bottom, the lady in the purple?
Let's see. What does it say?
So you've got a lady here, you see the guy's called...
A 33-year-old man. I see that. Yeah. She's in her purple.
She's in her purple.
Yeah.
And this previously a 33-year-old man from Oxford was charged with the teenager's murder, but the case was discontinued. So that's them getting their coding in for that.
Yeah.
She's wearing the purple.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Yep.
The next one.
So they're getting so good at the computer generated pictures that like her picture looks real, but even the guy, is he even real? It could just be a picture.
Exactly.
It makes it way easier if they just do a computer generated picture than actually have to like pay actors, to pose for a picture and stuff.
I think I've seen that on YouTube recently within the last year or so, but these actual the technology they have now, just computer generating people's faces, just making people up and also making the voices up. The technology is incredible. Yeah,
so I'm sure that they're doing some of that now. Like even this guy, this Abu Hamza. How do we know that that's even a real person? That could just be put together.
Yeah. And if
is there more pictures of him or just the one?
I think it's just that one.
Yeah. So, I wouldn't be surprised that looks like that could be totally just computer generated. They just put this face together.
So they tell us here that a guy called Tudor Simeonov, 33, was providing security at a party for this guy. But this guy was killed, I believe. So, into the murder of a security guard in Mayfair.
So it's really important to mention just some random security person that was there, right?
Yeah, exactly.
All just to get the 33 in. Because why do we care that that guy was there?
Exactly. We don't. I never really looked much more into that, to be honest. No, and here's the one. I think I left some of this stuff
Hey, wait.
last.
Hey, Sean, hold on. You could keep talking. I think
Yeah.
Andy's with us. I just gotta let me see if I can add him. Go ahead. You
Okay.
can keep going. I'll see what.
Yeah, yeah. I'm just going to show this one. This is a big one in the USA that yesterday.
Oh, I can't see my screen.
You find them?
I'm trying to. It's so. Oh, here. Okay. Let me just bring him up.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. I gotta. Hey, Andy, hold it.
Hello.
Hey, let
Hi,
me just.
Andy.
I just gotta make you panelist. Hold on. Yeah. Okay, there. All right, Andy, can you hear us?
Yeah, I can.
How you
Okay.
doing, Andy?
How you doing?
Hello, guys.
Hi, Andy.
So,
How's it going?
sorry for coming late.
No, not at
Oh,
all. You're
that's
most
okay.
welcome.
I'm also streaming on my channel. Yeah,
Oh,
I'm
you are?
streaming. Yeah, I'm streaming your show on my channel. Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. You're
Promoting.
so tech.
Yeah, very
Like
much so.
high tech. Yeah.
No, no, not much. Trust me, I'm not much. I'm just like to learn for myself, And when I'm interested, I learn for myself. No, it's not that I'm boomer tech like you guys. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
no, we're boomer tech and you're high tech for sure. You're just modest.
Nah.
Yeah. All right, go ahead, Sean.
No, so Andy, we're just talking about a lot of these deaths that have came up in the BBC news, various news channels in the UK since Christmas. They seem to be flooding us with them. I'm just coming to the last one at the moment, which came up yesterday. It's a parent murder in Wisconsin. Can you see my screen, guys?
Yeah, you have it says man detained after missing 13-year-old girl found alive months after parents' murder in Wisconsin.
Yeah. So
Okay.
this 13-year-old girl, supposedly, it looks like somebody to me who's transgendering. To be perfect, I could be wrong. I could be way off the mark here. She's got the boy's name, Jamie, Jayme.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm sure that that's a boy then,
yeah,
because you've been finding, you can tell people. What do you find with the transgenders?
The
yeah. I
guy
can
looks
find.
Jewy. The guy looks pretty Jewy.
Yeah,
You look at him. Yeah.
Yeah, and the guy looks pretty Jewy.
Look
But
at
but
the size
Sean's
of
been
his head.
fine. But Andy, Sean's been finding with a lot of these transgender people, they're always some male name, right, Sean?
Hmm.
yeah, yeah.
In there.
They've either got a male name or a derogatory name for like Cox or Ball or Willie or genital or something like that.
Yeah.
Mocking, yeah.
Or
Mockers, yeah.
yeah, just to mock us. So I believe this person is it's obviously a bit young at the moment, but maybe transitioning. I can see the cleft in the chin here.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
How many girls have a cleft in their chin?
cleft
That's
chin,
very rare to have a cleft chin.
and obviously, well, with a lot of these fake stories that they like to pump different agendas in there. There's all sorts of different agendas. They either do vegan, transgender. They just try to fit as much in as they can. So I was going to talk about the guy who did it. He's obviously wearing the orange there for the 33. And they seem to do this a lot in America. They have this height board behind them, but they've always got the 666.
Yep.
Six, yeah, down the left hand side, the sinister side, yeah.
Yep,
that,
the
yeah,
sinister side, and they're focusing on it because they don't show the numbers on the right side there.
exactly. The
They
numbers
have
on the
it
right side
over.
of the way.
Yep, and also the 66 is there, so they got their
Yep.
666, but also the across the 66
Yeah.
too, where there are 66 books of the Talmud and their high commander, whatever they call him, their master mason, but it's not just a master mason, the
Yeah.
highest one.
Mhm. The
The highest
bands.
one is Lucifer, actually. So
Yeah.
I would say it's for Lucifer.
The Lucifer, yeah.
Yeah.
So this guy is called Jake Thomas Patterson. Now, Jake Thomas equals 33 when you put it through numerology. And as we've spoke before, they always have the man and the sun as the hoax codes,
Yeah.
time and time again. So he's called Patterson, S-O-N. And I think as we're aware too, they like to do the number 13, Rosette?
Yes. Yep. So 13 is another mocking number,
Mhm.
because 13, there's actually 13 tribes, right? Because
Yeah.
Joseph got two portions, right? So he's Ephraim and Manasseh. So there's actually 13 tribes.
Mhm.
So they always have to use the 13. They always mirror and use it for themselves. And Jesus would be the 13th, his
Yeah.
12 disciples and then Jesus, right? So he would be the
Yeah.
13th. And then I see there's like a book out. I've heard talk about like the Jews, they call them the 13th tribe,
Mhm.
but they're not a tribe. They're not one of the tribes, you
Mhm.
know. So
Mhm.
it's all just to associate them with the tribes again, and
Yeah.
to make it bad and lucky. They always,
Yeah.
like the Domus Day thing,
Yeah.
Doomsday. So the 13, they always say unlucky 13, right?
Yeah.
Everyone knows it. 13, at least in the U.S., 13 is considered an unlucky number.
Yeah. Same in the UK. It's an unlucky
Oh, it
number.
is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
When it's the opposite. And then
Yeah.
so if you look at Revelation 22:13,
Mhm.
because they use the 22 and the 13 everywhere, right?
Yeah.
And I am the Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the end, the first and the last. So that's about Christ, obviously. And
Yeah.
so they take him, in their rituals, whatever, to usurp and make it Lucifer instead.
Yeah. So this person here was supposedly went missing when her parents were killed on the 15th of October. And as we're aware, spoke earlier, the 15 is the devil tarot card.
Yeah.
And October is the only month that equals 33.
Yeah.
Just like orange is the only colour that equals 33.
And even
Uh,
how she's looking in that picture, she's looking that's kind of an evil,
yeah,
like
yeah,
head down, but looking up like you're being sneaky, like you're in on some bad mischief,
yeah,
the mischievous pose.
very, very much. So when I looked at this thing, they've got the Christ figure in here because I think there's two actually. And do you see the next picture down before we go? You've got the sheriff van with the Jewish six-pointed 666 star in the back of it.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
See it?
The Jewish star right there.
There it's there. There it's there, right in your face.
And that's 33 again, right? Too,
Yeah.
the Jewish star.
Yeah. So if we look further down in so the guy, the main sheriff, his name is Chris Fitzgerald, also short for Christopher. So there's Christ in there. There's a few sheriffs with a Christ name, yeah.
Yep.
We spoke about the one the other week there, that killing where the sheriff was called Adam Christensen, wasn't he?
Yep. And then there was the sheriff in shooting in Florida, the one the teacher shooting or the school shooting. And he was Sheriff Israel.
That's right, yeah.
So,
and that, yeah, and that's the one with Ty's son was wanting to hug.
yeah.
He was wanting to hug all of his 3,300 pupils. Yeah. So if we look a bit further down into this story, it gets even better because this woman called Jean Nutter, Nutter, You must be a nutter to believe this story. It's outrageous.
Yeah, Miss Nutter's home. You're
So it gets
we're Nutters. Anyone
we're
who believes,
nutters.
yeah,
So Jean Nutter found this girl in a bit of a state and took her to the house of Peter and Kristen
yeah,
Cansinskas. So it's there's your Christ in there again.
yeah,
Kris. See it?
yeah.
See it there?
And then they have the 22 because they like the alliteration. So they have the Kristen Kazinskas, the KK, and
Yeah.
and that's the
1111.
Yeah, so you got your 22 there.
So they took this Mrs. Nutter, took this to ridiculous.
Mrs. Nutter. The names, they must be laughing when they're making these names. You know, they're just like rolling on the floor.
They're knocking the piss out
Yeah.
of us. Sorry for saying that, but that's what they're actually doing to us. So this story, so yeah, I've got another picture if I can just grab it up.
Oh wait, did you say something else about this, about the ghost?
Yeah,
About
yeah,
the
that's right.
ghost.
Yeah, it's here. What does she say? So this Mrs. Nutter said, when she found the girl, I honestly still think I'm dreaming right now. It was like I was seeing a ghost.
Because there's nobody there. It's made up.
It's the same as, do you remember the Thai cave rescue? The guy called the guy died, the diver. He was called Saman Gunnan, which equaled 33. Right? Obviously, the gun in there for the other agendas going on in America at the time, the guns and all that.
Yeah, yeah.
His wife was called Wally Porn, Porn, Porn. Wally
Oh
Porn.
my god! Oh
right?
my gosh!
It gets better. So Wally Porn.
Oh my god!
And the quote she said was, I need to look it up. It's something stupid like, it's something I'm dreaming right now. I think it's as if he's dead but he's still alive or something, or it was just something ridiculous.
Because he still is.
He still is.
Yeah, that's funny. Did you see the all the presentations by what's his name? Pure Matrix on Tupac?
Yeah, I've seen some of them. Yeah,
yeah, because with Tupac, he shows without a doubt that Tupac never died, and that the friends and stuff, when they're talking about him after the fact, they say stuff like that, like it seems like he was never gone, or it's like a dream, or they always use the same wording, because it's what are you going to say when the person's alive, and you're trying to cover it up.
They mock us in our face. It was like I was listening to that, was it Richard Branson from Virgin the other day? Yeah, he's got this plane the other week there. He had a plane he's going to fly tourists up, and it goes into space, kind of beginning of space, and he was getting interviewed on the TV, and he's standing there, and the plane's behind him, and he turns round and he looks at the plane and he says, "This plane here went into space." Then he pauses and he says, "It's ridiculous." And then turns back round again and starts talking again and throwing up 666s in both hands. And they're knocking the piss out of us.
Yeah, and he's the one that he did his ritual where he had to dress up as a girl, right? He did like a stewardess, and he had his lipstick on and the whole bit. Yeah. And then virgin, so virgin would be like for Virgin Mary, right? So that's Christianity again. It's like every way they can mock, everywhere they put it in, everywhere they can.
Yes, so it is. I'm going to show you just one more picture regarding this. Might not get it. If I can, where is it?
Hey, Rosette.
Yeah.
Give me just 2 minutes. I'll be right back. Okay, 2 minutes. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks.
So here is a picture here. So this, see that thing? Just throwing these things at me. Girls, and it's ridiculous. Go away.
they're trying to distract
Oh,
you. Like they see what you're doing and they're trying to distract you from it.
yeah. Do you
So
see this
good.
picture?
Yeah, yeah.
So, Wisconsin teen missing, and there's your Alistair Crowley, double E backwards, the 33 right in your face.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, and if people can't see it, here's I've got other things in that. There's a shop,
Oh,
the,
definitely.
the
Yeah.
mobile phone shop who puts EE up for 33 in the UK.
Yep.
Then we have the one we had the march in Belgium recently with the double E's.
Yep.
Then that was one, I forget that story. That was the main picture in the news. Free hugs. You see it?
Yeah. Yep. So you got the 33 in the middle there.
And then the girl there, this is the
Keep.
picture in it. See that one?
Yeah.
Keep.
Yep. Good job. Yep.
They
Definitely.
do it all the time. I'm trying to move this out of the road because I'm sure I've got other pictures here. And this is this one here. Remember Trayvon Martin?
Uh-huh.
This was his killer, the guy Zimmerman. Have you see the picture?
Yeah.
Look at the back of his orange collar. What does it say on it?
Oh, yeah.
Free country. This is what he was wearing when they picked him up.
Yeah, to get the 33, definitely.
Yeah. Same old shit.
And that whole thing staged.
Yeah.
You know, his Trayvon Martin's dad was a Freemason. You know, that he moved way up, you know, by using his son for their little charade, you know.
Yeah. So I don't know if I've got other stuff. I don't know if you get anything you would want to show us or anything.
I don't have anything today. Sorry.
No, so that's good. That's good. We mentioned about the Satanists and the black. We mentioned about the black cube earlier. I was going to show you the main bank in the middle of Glasgow at the moment. Yeah. Wait till you see this.
Oh gosh, I see the little.
This is the main Bank of Scotland, right in the centre of Glasgow.
Yeah, so that's a very satanic bank right there.
Look at it, and this is what they're turning all the bank.
I hope that's not your bank.
No, I'm the Clydesdale Bank, but I think my wife's that bank. But that's it, right in the middle of Glasgow. It's just been done.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, the black cube. Because what's the black cube? It's closed, right? Secret, satanic, chaos. We're the opposite. We're open and white and light, you know. So they're all about the dark night cube, close, control, the fist, right? The communist fist. Yep, definitely.
Yeah.
My goodness.
Terrible, isn't it?
Yep.
I was going to. What else was I going to talk? Yeah.
The lottery. Yeah, let's mention that. We're going to mention the lottery.
The lottery is just a joke.
Let's show that picture.
What,
if people don't believe you, then with the lottery picture, that should kind of seal the deal, I would say. Yeah, if they're on the fence.
Yeah, if they're on the fence. What's the best lottery? What is in here? It's here. Right. So we'll start with the Euro millions. So just after Christmas, the 2nd of January, they done a draw for the Euro millions. I'll just get it up there. And you see this here?
Yeah, Connolly.
Yeah. So the winners.
It's a big con.
It's a big con. I'm going to. Yeah, I don't get a bit of that. Sorry. These are the winners. So they won £115 million. Yeah, I think it's down here, husband.
Oh, 115 million.
On 115 million. Yeah. So they're called Connolly. And again, we spoke earlier about my work colleague and driving in the van and the transgender lady. He was talking about this in the work, and quite a few people were talking about it. So I had to just burst his bubble. He wasn't very happy. So when you look further into it,
can I real quick? Can you go on that picture real quick back?
Oh yeah.
I just want to point something out. So you see in that picture, you see the fingers. They're crossing their fingers.
Yeah.
Twice. So what do you have?
Double crossing.
Yeah. the double
Yeah,
cross right there. So they're double crossing us, Connolly and the double cross.
yeah.
So they're
It's
telling us that this is all a sham.
yeah. It's just like. Did you remember what was the other school shooting after Florida where the guy Rome Schubert, the guy with the orange curly hair, get shot in the neck? Do you remember him?
No, because there's so many and I don't really pay attention.
Right. It
But
was a big.
yeah,
I think it was Santa Fe. Santa Fe, obviously Satan. Santa Fe, the shooting was. Well, his name was Rome, Israel, Rome, the usual, all those names.
yeah.
And and he was shot in the neck, and he went back to play. He played for a baseball team, and he went back to his baseball team to play for a game a few days after it, after being shot in the head through the neck. It was ridiculous.
Yeah, it's kind of like the Boston bombing guy, right? That had his legs blown off, but he's like
Yeah,
all fine and
yeah,
just like a few days later and talking on the news about his experience and all this
yeah.
stuff, you know? And it's like, yeah, okay, you just got your legs blown off. You're going to be out for a few months. You're not going to be like the next day, you know? It's so funny.
Yes,
And they
yeah,
like using the orange hair, you notice?
yeah.
A lot of these
Orange hair.
hoaxes,
That's it.
yeah, they have their hair orange, all of
The-
them, for
For
the
the
33,
33.
and also for the Joker, like, the joke's on us, you know, it's a big joke.
That was the name of the Boston Marathon bomber, wasn't it? Joker.
Yeah,
Joker.
the Joker, yeah. It's a joke's on us.
So this guy, Rome Schubert, they show him going back to his, all over the news in the USA, going back to his baseball team, and guess what number he was wearing in his top?
What?
Number
33.
33, yeah. And then
Oh my goodness.
they show a picture of all his teammates with the black. Did they put all the black stuff on their face? Is that to do with the sun? And there was four of them standing in a row. One of them had the 33 on his cheek in the black, whatever what it is, and the other three of them had a cross on one side of the cheek and a cross on the other side of the cheek. Again, the double crossing us,
Oh my gosh, yeah.
guys, and it was just in your face. I just thought I'd say that when you mentioned the double crossing there.
Yeah.
So if we go, this gets even better. What happened to it? That's a Control C. So a few days before it, they tell us this 115 million was won. Yeah,
Yeah.
the picture.
It's been like so obvious.
See it? It's
Yeah, it's like which one's the most in focus and in the center.
Yeah.
You know, and then the 22, of course. They make sure
Yeah.
the 22 is showing. They got the 33 and the 22 in there.
Yeah. So if people think they're putting their money in it and they're going to win these big, do you think these Jewish owned things they're going to take the money in and then hand it back out to us? People are off their
Yeah.
head.
Yeah, there's no way. So I think what they do, like they do give out like little prizes because excuse me, in California they have
a
like
million
scratchers
pounds here
and
and
stuff.
there.
Yeah, I won $150 once, to 350s, you know, $50. And I was like really excited. But they'll
Yeah.
do like little money like that, little money, you know. But
Yeah.
any big money, I think that the people, you know, either they're actors and they pay them, like if it's a 115 million pounds, they probably pay them like maybe 15,000 pounds, or you know, they'll pay them like some small amount to pretend like they
Yeah.
actually won, or they're just totally in. They're a Mason, you know, they're a high level Mason.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, they definitely don't. It's a way to get money from us, another way to fool the stupid goy so they can get more money from us. It's all about taking money from us so they can control us more.
I'm going to show you something else. I'm going to show the people something else after this bit. So we'll go back to the other. So this lottery was drawn on the 2nd of January. Obviously a new year, Christmas holidays, getting everybody excited for the lottery. So everybody starts rolling up to the shops week in, week out now, buying the lottery tickets, thinking they're going to win this for the rest of the year.
Yeah.
So the other lottery winner, this is a Louise. This is even better. I love this one. We spoke about this the other week there. This is brilliant. You got it there?
Yeah, what's it say? They what? 1,800,000.
Yeah, the old 666. So
Yeah.
The Louisiana lottery, LL33, yeah, 33.
Yep, and the alliteration.
Lottery, yeah, correctly. So these guys find a ticket, 1.8 million, 666. And this is even better. So it was drawn on the 6th of June, which is a 6 month, and
Yeah.
had to be claimed within 6 months. See that in the one sentence there?
Yeah, definitely. So they got your
They
666.
get 666, and then it gets the best is down here. The couple are from Mandeville.
Yeah. So they're a clever way to make a shout out to the devil.
Yeah, the couple are from Mandeville. 666. Oh, it's ridiculous.
And they got the 13 in there too,
Yeah.
1.3.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So please don't put your
that's
lottery tickets on.
yeah. There's no way. No
And
one is going to win.
And here's one that was happened. I think this is the biggest one in history. Something over your side. I'll put this one up.
Oh, this is the biggest one in history?
The one I think it may have been in America, was it?
I don't even know. I don't know. I don't.
So
if it was 1.5 billion, it was. That's
yeah. Big. It was only a few weeks ago, or was it in October or something?
Oh, okay. Yeah, it says October 25th. Yes. So Simpson.
Simpson is 33. Yeah.
Yep.
So Simpsonville is O.J. Simpson. As we've spoke many times, the four names you always use: Simpson, Miller, Parker. I forget what's the other one. Simpson, Miller, Parker, Johnson. Right. So.
Oh, and then the 1.5. So you got you got your devil.
Yeah, right, your devil there.
And then the Mega Millions, for the 33 for Mega Millions, the alliteration.
And then we go down here. It was at the KC Mart. So 11 times 3 is 33.
Yeah.
And it was in 303 Levon Road. And we know in gematria, numerology, that the 0 doesn't count as anything.
Yep.
So there's your 33 there again. And then...
Look what it says.
The banner.
Yeah. Luck struck here. Who strikes? Lucifer. Lucifer struck here.
Yeah. So please, people, stop putting lottery tickets on.
Yes. All you're doing is feeding the evil. One, you will not win. That's what they do, is they play off a little bit of hope, right? Like Obama, hope and change, a little bit of hope. They even talked about that in the Hunger Games. You know, the President Snow, he said that. He said, you just want to give him a little bit of hope, you know? He mentions it in there. But if they get too much, if they get like too bold, then there's a problem. But you just want to string them along just enough. That's why, like, Trump, you know, that's what he's doing now. That's his job. You know, he says, oh, I'll build a wall and I'm going to do all this stuff. So everyone's like, oh, he's going to do it. You know, I have hope. I have faith in Trump. You know, it's like bullshit, though. Trump's their guy, you know, they own him 100%.
Yeah, definitely. So you mentioned something there about the goy. And I was just going to, I think we've spoken about this, so I was just going to...
Oh, yeah, you got to show this one. This one's a gem.
This is the one where there was a killing in a yoga studio. And I've only got the picture here, but when you look at the actual footage, the camera stays on this for quite a lot. I'll let you want to talk about this one?
Oh, yeah, just that, it's funny because you have the law of reversal, because you have yoga backwards, and then there, you know, like you were saying that it makes goy. You can see clearly it's goy. And then you have your orange and your purple.
Yeah, they're
right in there, which you would never get if you were just taking that picture. You would not have orange inside, purple outside. I mean, it's totally, you know, they totally photoshopped it, whatever, you know, and make the coloring just so, you know.
Yeah.
Are you with us, Andy?
Andy, you there?
Yeah, I am. Yes,
Did you have any comments?
No, I was only going to say that, yeah, they probably are going to build the wall, but it's to entrap us all here, you know. And it's going to be our huge FEMA camp, you know. Open air
Yeah.
FEMA camp. And then the season is going to start then. They might build the wall for that reason, not for protecting us. What
Yeah,
I
it's
think.
definitely the opposite reason.
Yeah.
Definitely. Whatever they say publicly the reason is, it's going to be the opposite for sure. That's what they're all about. I want to
Yep.
mention too the yoga thing, so they highlight the yoga because Aleister Crowley did the yoga, you know. So
Hmm.
that's supposed to be like a way to have like demons enter you or whatever, all that mythical kind, stuff with the yoga. I don't know how, but I just know that, he was big on that. So there's something there with that. So in a way that could be a shout out to him too by
Yeah.
putting the yoga in there.
I've done yoga myself for quite a
Oh, you
bit.
did?
Yeah, for a few years, yeah. Just on my own, but not any club or anything.
Well, I never thought there's any problem, like
Yeah,
what's the big deal? You're just stretching, you know? But
yeah, of course.
supposedly there's something behind the yoga too. So,
Do you guys want to talk about any other topics or anything? No?
Andy, you got anything?
At the moment, no. Okay, continue. Something will come up. Something will
Yeah.
come up for sure.
Well, what we can real quick is so you have a new you're doing like a what is it? Like a 24/7 live
Yeah,
chat
I'm trying to.
channel?
Yeah. I'm trying to do some kind of debate, and chill channel. Yeah, something at night it's more like debates, and at the daytime it's more like chill and chat, and people can come in and yeah, but mainly to spread the message, and also try to unite all the people. It's a good way to unite and new people that come in, they join the hangout, and we might wake some, wake,
Yeah, so is it up 24/7?
Yep. No, I tried to, but it's almost impossible because YouTube only lets you stream 20 hours, and 24 no. But I just 1 or 2 hours of pause, and then I come back in, because also sucks a lot of bandwidth.
Oh, okay. I'm just wondering because I know that ODD had like a 24-hour I don't know if he's still doing it. He might be 24-hour flat earth channel. Like you could go to his channel, and watch it 24 hours. There's like a live stream 24 hours and he just has like all the flat earth movies and stuff like that on
Yeah,
it
probably. Yeah,
rotating.
probably something similar to that, but
Mhm.
more focusing on the Jewish question. Yeah, but we can speak all. I invite everyone to go debate. Sometimes people are in the chat discussing, and they jump in and they debate. And then they go away. It's cool. It's a good way to invite thinking. This time nowadays they're thinking and so speaking. About
Mhm.
this subject. I think it's important that we start doing this massively so we can recruit more people, to our side, wake up people.
Yeah, I think it's a great idea actually. I like that you're doing that. And I think that people catch on to it. I think it'll take off because I know people like ODDs how he does it, you know? So yours is similar but with a different subject, you know?
It's all subjects, but mainly it's the Jewish question, the Jewish problem.
Yeah, so that's
I
good.
invite all subjects. I invite all subjects, flat earth, aliens, even, yeah, it's discussion, we need to discuss. We need to
Yeah.
unite and discuss because our times are coming.
Yeah. It'd be cool if when you have it up, because I went on a little bit, listening to you guys, and it's hard to understand what you guys are talking about, what's going on. Like maybe you should put something a little more in the chat, like I mean in the description about what the
Oh,
topic
the
is.
subject. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes I just start streaming. I put with guests, and let him in. Yeah, but it's a good idea. You have to have some kind of topic, of course. And you are invited to when you want to. You are always invited to come and discuss your subjects. You always invited. You know that.
Yeah. Thank you.
No,
You
thanks,
also,
Andy.
Sean, you also.
No, thank you, Andy. I will. Yeah, most definitely.
And I'm noticing that most of these guys that are doing streams, when the debate gets hard, the ones who have the power, they shut down their guests, you know, and they kick them and mute them and shit. And I think that is a kind of low, you know. So I'm trying to do something more fair, you know, even for controversial people. I know I'll get a little bit of flack for that. I'm already getting some, but yeah, I'm trying to be fair. I'm trying to be fair. And I see most of these people are banning when oh, let's debate. Then they start the debate. If the moderator or the host of the channel doesn't like it doesn't go each side, he mutes him or kicks him. And I think this is very low, you know. I think we should be a little more fair, and it's one more reason that why I'm doing this, you know.
Right on. Yeah, I think that's good. Yeah,
Fairness.
and I like all your you know, all the stuff you have, all the colors and the pictures and stuff, you know, you have up, you know, like playing in the background. It reminds me of Poseidon's channel. You ever
Nice.
see Poseidon?
Ice Poseidon,
Huh?
right? Poseidon. Yeah. The Greek guy. Yeah.
Yeah, his channel, yeah. Yeah, it
Yeah.
reminds me of his channel. Like he does it. He has like music and he has like the pictures and stuff, and then he has guests on and stuff. You might want to put like if you have particular guests, like if you could put like the time and the name of the guest, like who's going to be on would be good. Because some people might, you know, want to like come right when you're talking to, you know, a certain guest or something. And
That involves planning, yeah, but I can do that for sure. It's a good tip. Thank you.
just when you know, if you don't know, you know, if you know someone's going to come on at a certain time or whatever, you know,
Yep.
that just
Yeah.
makes it.
I'm still starting, but good things. I think
But keep
good things can come, you know. And I'm
Yeah.
also deleting all my streams, you know. It's like a safekeeping, you know. I leave them for a few hours so that some people can watch, and then I click because I know they are going to come after me. So it's preferable to delete them, you know. I leave them probably 1-2 days max, and then I'll delete them, you know. The best
yeah.
way at the moment in YouTube for me, because I don't want to get strikes. If I get strikes, I lose subscribers. Then I have to build it up again. I think it's the best way at the moment, you know, because most of the guys who go there sometimes they are very, you know, aggressive and controversial, and you know, I think it's the best way. You guys think also it's the best way, or should I keep
Yeah.
the stream?
No, I think that's a good idea. And people just need to catch on, need to know, uh, you know, that you're there and what you're doing and stuff. And I think people will come,
Okay.
you know?
If you guys help me, if you guys want to help me spread the word, I would be grateful. I also do that for you. You know, I do, you know. So
Yeah, of
if you
course.
want to help, thanks for that. Thank you.
Yeah. So, well, guys, I think we should we wrap it up for today and let Scott. See, I always call you Scott because of Scotland, Sean.
Scotland, Sean, yeah.
I've done that so many times now. I keep calling you Scott. Sean, you want to do another one in the future on we'll do the transgender and hit those?
Yeah, I'd like to hit those definitely because it's What I was
Yeah.
wanting to show, just touch on before we go is in your last presentation you asked us to Google white couple with white baby. Remember?
Yeah, I googled white couple with white baby. Yep.
And what comes up? It
Was a
Mixed race couples.
it was
Yeah.
Mixed race
outrageous.
couples. Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
yeah,
I
with
just,
the albino baby is what came
Yeah.
up. Yeah.
yeah, I found that very. That's
Yeah,
in your face now, isn't it?
Oh,
Yeah,
it's
the Jews.
so
It's the Jews showing that they have power on us. They move the algorithm just to make fun of us. Just like these messages on the news that you were speaking about. They do it. People think that they are not so crazy to do that, but they are. They are fucking psychopaths. They are very minutious, you know, wickedly minutious, and they do this all the time. Even when people are live streaming, they do DDoS attacks and shit, so we cannot spread the word. They do it, but most people don't even realize how wicked these motherfuckers are, you know. Sorry for this, yeah, for my bad French, but yeah, it's true. They are
Yeah.
very minutious, very wicked, and they go to extreme lengths, psychopathic lengths to achieve this. And these are some of the examples.
You
Yeah,
see up
yeah,
there
look at
on the
this.
screen? It was frightening when I done that.
Yeah, look at that.
Look at that white couple with white baby.
And see what they're trying to show here too, and in the top left, the main one that they're showing
Yeah.
is how
The
they have the
two.
albino baby. What they're trying to do is show the Esau and Jacob thing. That's what they're trying to do.
Right,
Okay,
right, agree.
because
Yeah.
they want to say that like Noah can have different race children.
Mhm.
That Isaac can have different race children. That Jacob can have. Isaac can have Jacob and Esau, like two different races, even though, this is a black baby, but that's what they try and say, that's what they're trying to push, this idea,
Yeah.
that black people can have white kids, any race can have, because they want us all mixed,
Yeah.
so everyone, look at that one girl, she has a black eye.
Well, I can't see it. The
She's
one
with
that the
she's
right
with
eye
the white
black,
dude. Yeah, she's with the white dude, and then she has a black baby.
and he's wearing the black and white. Two of them
Yeah.
are white and a black baby. I wouldn't be
Yeah.
surprised if that was orange, that color.
Yeah, and then her right eye is blackened, right?
Right eye black.
See,
Yeah.
with her left, basically, is what
Seems
that makes
photoshopped. That one seems photoshopped just for fun, right?
It could be. They could have thrown that in there.
Yeah.
So
No, I was just wanting to get that out there. That was just as soon as I done that.
yeah, look at that. That's white
Terrible.
couples with white babies, and you get nothing. Look, if you scroll down, I think it was like at the bottom, I found like one, but it wasn't a good picture. There's like one in there that's just a white family. See, look, they're still not.
Still not all got black babies
Still
yet.
not. Yep.
Still
Oh,
not.
there's one on the right there. There's one couple with a white kid.
Yeah,
right
yeah.
there. Yeah. So there's like one. All they show is, and I mean, why would you have a full, complete black family there when you're putting white couple,
Couple white
the white
baby.
baby?
Yep.
People need to wake up fast.
Yes.
We've been destroyed. Yeah, I thought it was quite important to get that out there. Was it?
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's see. Should we look in is there anybody even in the chat? Are we down to? I can't even get to my chat. Oh, there it is. Do you guys got any questions in the chat? Anybody before we go? Is anyone? I can't even see I can see part of my
Chat. Uh-huh.
All right. Well, I guess we'll just. I noticed too that we have a lot less people than we usually have. It's funny. So I wonder if I'm getting shadow banned.
Yeah, I was thinking.
Yeah, because
where? In YouTube?
Huh?
In YouTube?
Yeah, I usually have a lot more people and a lot more in the comments and everything.
What I did, I have a service now, a website. It's called Restream.io, and you can restream to a lot of sites. I've been restreaming at the same time to Periscope, to YouNow, Stream.me, and you can do also that, even if it is for copy's sake, because if they take down on the YouTube, you'll have 6 or 7, 8 sites that they have the copy. It's a good way to, save copies.
Yeah. I mean,
but
that doesn't really help the shadow ban.
No, it helps you to save copies. Yeah, no, it doesn't.
Yeah, to save copies.
Of course,
yeah.
it doesn't.
Yeah.
So Rosette,
spread because you'll win. You win more subscribers. You win more subscribers, not on YouTube, but you can start building up on Periscope. Periscope is cool, very cool, and they don't ban as YouTube. You can, you put their streaming. It doesn't.
I've never heard of that before. Is there people are going to that?
It's good because it doesn't use your CPU power. Uses their servers. You just stream to one server, and then they'll funnel to the others. You can still start building up users there, and followers. It's ingenious, It's very genius,
Yeah.
If you want to combat, is the best way.
I'll check it out. I've been doing BitChute too.
I'll help you. I'll help you.
Okay.
I'll help you. When you call me, and I'll help you. And next week, we can stream all over, even to Africa and China, and Russia. Also, they have the Facebook. Their Facebook is VK. We can live stream to Russia.
Oh, that would be interesting. Oh, that's interesting. That we can actually stream to their. Yeah.
Yeah, I can do that for you. No problem.
All right. Well, cool. Well, thanks, Andy.
No problem.
All right. Well, and thank you, Sean. You guys want to say anything? Last things before we go? Anything you want to say?
No, I'm good. Just again, thanks for having me, and whoever was listening, I hope they got exactly what we were talking about, and they can see the connections and the repetitiveness with all these psychological operations and lies, and they throw at us. It's all untrue.
Yeah, I think if we keep doing this, if we do whenever you're free every 2 weeks, it'd be good, because then people can see the pattern, for sure, and
even do some kind of hangout with some of your followers. Sometime you go with your followers and you discuss current events. To be more close to your followers. It's a good way, and also really to recruit people.
Yeah.
We should maybe try and ask if anybody wants to come in with us and just get like loads of us in there. If they want to discuss, we can put it up. But this repetitive stuff, it's not just. I mean, this stuff I see, and you see it also. You're a lot better than me, is it? It's every single day of the week. It's the same numbers, patterns, colours, dates, symbols. It's the same. If you start to see that repetitiveness, there's something not right.
And they do it everywhere. Like, for people to think it's not just in London, it's not just in LA, it's like it's everywhere. This stuff goes on here too, in Hawaii all the time. Hey, Age of Disclosure said some nice words on Hitler, please. Does anyone want to say anything nice? I love Hitler.
He's a good guy. I love Hitler. He was a good guy.
He was, and I'm so glad I woke up to Hitler, and that other people are waking up to Hitler, and it's great, because he was actually one of the greatest people we ever had.
Yeah, and they make him the worst guy in the world, and it's terrible. It's so terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
I just got a Goat Mitz belt buckle. I got it on eBay.
Oh, good.
I'm so excited. I got it yesterday. I'm like, yay! It came in the mail.
Fantastic.
Like, I want to have my little memorabilia,
Yeah.
So, all right.
No,
guys.
that's just all I'd like to say. Just please wake up to this, people. Time is short.
Yeah, time is short. So,
okay.
We're trying to wake everybody up.
I'm sorry for not intervening too much and for coming late, but next time I will try to do my best, to give an input. Sorry for that.
No, not at all, Andy. It's just
it's
just a casual chat.
Yeah, Andy, it's just all good. It's just casual. We didn't really plan.
There was nothing really planned.
Sean actually did really good, because he ran with it today. He had everything.
No. I just
he knows this shit. For sure. Yeah. You are very observant.
Well, thank you. Yeah. Thanks, Andy.
And
really quick.
I never. Sometimes I can catch one or two news that I know.
Yeah, Sean's really good at it. That's why I wanted you guys to see Sean's stuff, because he's a natural. He just finds them, boom, 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 boom. So he's really good at it. Debbie Gerard, hey Debbie. She says in the chat, she says the page master, the girl was missing 88 days. So everyone knows the 88 too, right?
Chaos, yeah.
So yeah, it's a number for chaos. That's the 16 of the tarot card, and that's the Tower card. That's
Yeah.
they're all about death and destruction, and that's that card. So 88 is for that.
Yeah. Just one more thing before we go. I'd like to do one on the music industry and show people how that operates and how all the bands are given us, how they're all given their songs, and I'll show them so much.
That I know a bit.
Yeah, we could do music industry and
That I know a bit. I'm a musician.
we could do the actors and Andy's a musician. We could do
Yeah.
the actors too if you guys want.
Yeah.
I know a lot on the actors.
You know a lot.
and,
Yeah, I can tell you. I'll do
the rituals and
all
stuff
they
too.
And I'll show you all the music industry, the lyrics, they're given the lyrics, all the mockery and the
I can tell.
album covers. It's just ridiculous.
So we could talk, later, but we should do it by pick a subject and roll with it. Like do music industry one time and then do transgenders in there too, huh? It might just be a long show because it all kind of goes together.
I'm just going to show you something just to leave you with something, Rosette.
Okay.
You'll like this. Just to the end of the show for the music industry. Look at this album cover.
Oh my God.
With a dunce hat on. Kate Bush sat in your lap looking at the ball earth.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah.
This is what I'm talking about.
That's pretty good.
This is the stuff they do to us.
Yeah.
So that's just that's a little teaser for we could do for when we do the music.
All right. You're getting really into this stuff, huh, Sean?
Yeah. It's everywhere.
Give him a teaser.
I just give people a teaser. I'll give you one more teaser. Let's see. One more teaser.
Okay, what do you got?
I think you know this picture. Tears for Fears. Right, there's a devil above them, and look at the number Roland Orzabal wears.
Oh wait, I can't see the picture. Where am I?
You've seen this picture before.
Oh wait, okay, there. Oh, that's Tears for Fears. Yeah, look at that.
We spoke about this before. So they've got the devil behind us.
Oh my gosh, look at that.
So they've got the Tears for Fears, obviously named appropriately, Tears for Fears.
Yes.
Roland sports the 33, and Kurt Smith sports the Ben Sherman, the she, her, man, the 33 there, the Baphomet t-shirt. See it? Ben Sherman.
Yeah, Ben Sherman, yeah.
So that's one thing. Satan is Baphomet, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was discussing with Sister Six yesterday. It's a girl from GDL, and she was telling me that Baphomet is not Satan, but it's Satan, right? It's Satan.
Oh, Baphomet is so Satan. Yes.
Okay. The pan head. It's Satan.
Yeah. It's Satan.
Head
that's the Aleister Crowley stuff, It's the he, she, the goat man thing with the penis and the boobs, and it's the whole thing, definitely. So
this album, Tears for Fears, it was called Everybody Loves a Happy Ending.
Oh, goodness.
We'll discuss all the songs on that. If anybody, go out and buy that album and listen to that album. Everybody Loves a Happy Ending.
Well, yeah, because what's happy ending?
Yeah.
That's sexual,
Yeah.
So there's always the sexual connotation.
The songs that are in that, they're talking about killing us with kindness. There's all sorts of songs telling us to wake up. The whole album is littered with it. And here's the final one. You see this one?
I don't see it yet.
It's quite small, actually.
Supertramp.
Yeah. So it's called Crime of the Century. And you've got a guy who's locked behind the bars, floating in space. They're basically telling us that space is the crime of the century.
Yeah.
It's all there. So just a couple of little teasers, but if we want to maybe do them at some point.
Okay. Yeah, let's do it for the next one. That would be really good.
Yeah, this
For Debbie Gerard. See, everyone's giving us good comments here. Crowley wrote the book 777, and Trump took office 70 years, 7 months, 7 days old. Totally. Everything's by the numbers with them. Definitely. Everything. All right, guys.
Right.
Well, I
Lovely
hope
to
you
talk
guys
to you
have
guys
a
again.
yeah. It's always nice to talk to you, Sean. You too, Andy.
Thank you. You too, Andy and Rosette. Lovely
Thanks.
to talk to you guys.
Okay, and thanks everyone in
Thanks,
the chat
guys.
for hanging out with us. Maybe we can alternate the times a little or something too. Oh, Truth Just Ahead's in there. Hey, Truth. Maybe we can alternate them or something. I don't know. We'll see. You know.
I'm easy. It's up to you guys.
Okay.
Yeah. If it suits you, I'm good for this.
Okay. Yeah. Maybe we could swap it. Like my evening or morning or something. You know, like every other time or something. So then,
because you might get more people on at your end. To be honest.
Yeah, just for everybody, so everyone has a chance to come and watch them and stuff.
Yeah, I'll get up early in the morning and do it. Yeah, no problem.
Right on.
Okay.
All right, guys. Well,
right, take care.
Very nice. Take care, everybody.
Take care, Andy. Take care, Rosette.
Yeah.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Later, guys. Bye. You there, was that?